Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Keogh, Executive Director of the Federal Employee Education and Assistance Fund, better known as FEA, welcoming you back for week 5, the final week of the Feds in Motion Challenge. I hope that everyone here has enjoyed the challenge, that you've gotten moving in whatever way feels good to you, and that you've enjoyed all of our Wellness Wednesday presentations. We're going to have one final yoga session today to help bring it all together. But before we do that, I want to again thank Blue Cross Blue Shield for being the platinum sponsor of the Feds in Motion Challenge again this year, and for all of their support to FEA and federal employees over the last 40 years of our partnership together, to continue supporting us and helping us do our work. And it's my pleasure to again introduce you to Vanessa Hatch, Vice President of FEP Clinical Operations and Pharmacy Programs, Government Programs at Blue Cross. Vanessa?
Christy Sisson began her yoga journey 20 years ago after wandering into her first class. After moving around and experiencing many styles of yoga, she decided to become a teacher and trained at the Southern Institute for Yoga Instructors in Nashville. Over the years, she has studied many notable yogis. While she would call her teaching style eclectic, her flowing classes still retain emphasis on the importance of alignment, allowing students to go more fully and safely into each pose. Going into this segment, she encourages each student to respect his or her boundaries and to explore all areas of their yoga practice.
Hi, and welcome to Chair Yoga. My name is Christy. The slight disadvantage is that I can't see you, so I can't gauge how you're working. So I'm going to leave it to you. A good indication is if you find your face really working hard, it shouldn't be. Relax your face and take a breath. The plus is that I can't see you. So if you want to skip certain things, adjust certain things that fit with your body better, then absolutely go with that. The only thing I ask is that you breathe throughout, resist the urge to hold your breath, thinking things might be easier if you do. I will not be mirroring you. So if I say right hand, I'm going to be using my right hand. We get to both sides. So if you start on one, you'll get to the other one. And chairs. I have a chair with no arms. You have possibly a desk chair, which is going to have arms. Work around that as you can. We will be sliding forward and back on the chairs so you can get around those. And finally, speaking of rolling, if you have a rolling chair, if there's any way you can secure it so that if you lean forward, the chair doesn't go in the opposite direction. So you just want to feel kind of safe and secure with that. There'll be one segment where I'm doing things standing, but you can stay in your chair if you want to. So all this can be adapted to your body. Just enjoy and breathe. So as we begin, sit tall, lean back, offer a little support with the chair, shrug your shoulders, close your eyes, let your arms rest so you're not using any energy there. And take a slow, deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, in and out. And a third time, in, out. And then let your next few breaths be at your breath length through the nose. You might be able to hear the breath both internally and externally, but just be aware that it's going. It will be your guide. After your next exhalation, open your eyes and come a little forward on your seat so you're not leaning back in the chair. If your feet don't comfortably touch the ground, get a book or something to lift your feet or ratchet your chair down. We'll begin with a little three-part breathing, but circle your hips a bit to find your sit bones and see if you can plug them in to your seat. And you want your spine to be in neutral, so it's coming in a little bit, out between the shoulder blades, in at the neck, and your head is nicely perched on your neck, kind of like a bobblehead. We're going to do a three-part breath, expanding the belly, the low lungs, the upper lungs, and hold. And then we'll pour it out from the top to the middle and then squeezing the belly in. When you squeeze the belly in, try not to round it back, just pulling the belly muscles. Arms are resting. Let all the breath out, pull the navel in. Inhale, puff the belly, the low lungs, top of the lungs to the collarbones, and hold. And pour it out, top, middle, and pull the belly in. All the breath is out. Again, belly, low lungs, upper lungs, and pause. Pour out top, lower, and belly. Please do 3 more of those on your own, your breath length. Taking your time. When you've completed those, take another natural breath in and out. Lovely. Now, with the shoulders level, let your right ear drop towards your right shoulder. Not forcing, but letting gravity assist. And you can turn the chin a little bit up or down to find the most purposeful stretch. Take your left arm out, flex the hand. You may already feel something going on here, particularly if you have any carpal tunnel issues. But I'd like you to lift and lower the arm just a little bit until you find the stretch that feels best for you today, both in the neck and in the arm to the wrist. Additionally, the fingertips of the right hand could very, very lightly encourage the tip of the head, but don't force anything. One more full breath in as you lift your head and lower the arm and shake out the wrist and shoulders. Shrug it a bit, a full breath. Then the left ear toward the left shoulder, keeping the shoulders level. Finding your side neck stretch. Float the arm, flex, play with the position, settle into a spot. Add on if you'd like. And there will be lots of adding on during the class, which you can embrace or press aside. And then releasing the head hold, releasing the arm, shake it out, shake both out and give yourself a few shoulder rolls. Nice. Let your hands come to your thighs. We're going to come into some cats and cows. And all that is doing really is just changing the shape of your hips. So to see it better this way, the cat would be pressing your navel to your low back and creating a C curve in the spine. The head falls easily and the shoulder blades are apart. That's with the exhalation. Inhale, come up to a neutral spine, and exhale, tip your hips forward, lead with your breastbone rather than your face. Elbows come in, shoulder blades close. We'll breathe with that. Inhale up and exhale round. Inhale and exhale. So this is a nice movement when you find that you've been sitting in a chair for too long to loosen things up a bit. Doing 2 more of those. And you did not need to turn sideways. I just did that for demonstration. Lovely. Come back up. Take another breath. And let it out. Create cactus arms. You can make light fists, but not strong like going out to punch. Shoulders are down, shoulder blades are down. Pull the elbows back, the hands back, feel your shoulder blades coming together. And with an exhalation, pull it forward. The hands will touch, the elbows might or might not. Doesn't matter. Inhale. Exhale. The things to consider are that you're keeping your shoulders down, your spine neutral, and your breath flowing. Two more times. Make sure your hands are soft. Release your arms. Shake everything out. Float your arms to the sides, a little bit of a bend, palms facing forward, thumbs aiming to the sky. Accentuate that a little bit by pressing the elbows a little more forward, palms more to the sky. And as you exhale, internally rotate the shoulders. Externally, internally. You might find that cats and cows want to be involved in this. That's fine. If you do that, you're just going to round back a little bit and come up, or isolate the arms. Getting your breath pattern, exhaling as the arms go down and inhaling as they come up. 2 more times. Lovely. And then release the arms, shake them out. Anytime you need a counter pose or take a break, please do so. Take your arms out or down and circle the wrists. Flare the fingers as you do that, and change direction. While we're here, lift a foot and circle, flex and point. And the other side. And place it down. Nice. Shrug it out. Take your hands behind your head. If that is not for your shoulders, the arms can be in a small or a large cactus. Mainly, we're going to be focusing on the spine. But if you do have your hands behind your head, press your head into your fingertips so you have a nice tall spine rather than letting the hands bully the head and you end up all rounded over and compromising the neck. Holding here, take a breath and let it out. Now, as you inhale, twist to your right, and this first one will hold. Both sit bones are down, and you can visualize your spine twisting from tailbone to head. With the exhalation, come back to center. Inhale here, exhale, twist left, and we'll hold the first one. It will float with the breath. Inhale and exhale. If it feels like one of your hips is peeling up from the chair, really try to keep them both down. One more to the left. Come back through center and do any movements that feel good. Coming into an archer, both arms are going to be forward one more time with soft fists. You might be able to see it better here, but you can continue to face forward. Hips are planted. As you inhale, pull your right arm back and you're twisting your upper body and letting your gaze go as far right as feels comfortable. And exhale. The same side, right again. Inhale. And and exhale. Here's a chance to check. Are you holding any tension in your face? Relax it. Are you making really tight fists? Soften them somewhat. 3 more times. This would be the last one. Return center, relax the arms. Going to the second side, float the arms, soft fists. Left arm comes back and hold this one to get a feel for the twist. And then come back through, forward. Again, pull back. Keep the belly strongly in. Awareness that you're breathing. And one more time. Soften it all, shake it out. You can let your hips rock side to side, whatever counter movements that you need. Perching again. Once more the option, fingertips behind the head or cactusing. Take your feet about hip distance apart. That's where your hip bones are, in line with your knees. Tip to your right. The left hip is going to try to come up, so keep it plugged in and focus on side stretch. Inhale, come up, and exhale over. If your fingertips are behind your head, press your head into your fingertips. They'll float with the breath. You can go at your own breath length rather than my pattern, but the exhalation happens with the lean in the inhale and you come up. One more to each side. Return upright, release, shake things out. Let your arms dangle by your sides. As you inhale, float the arms and the fingertips are going to aim downward. When you come down, you're flexing the hands, so the hands are pointing forward. Inhale, up, and exhale, down. Float with that. The shoulders might float up to the ears if that feels good. Do that. If not, try to keep the shoulders down and perhaps you don't take the arms as high. 3 more times. Keep the belly taut. And one more time. Nice. Release all that. Float, palms facing outward, up and down. Palms out and up and down, pressing. Offer little resistances if you were pressing water away rather than just letting the arms float about. Nice. Shake out the wrists, the shoulders. A little bit more with the cats and cows. So that was when rounding back and coming forward. Let the hands rest. Feet are about 3 inches apart, maybe a fist width. Round it back to a cat. The head drips heavily. If you find balance is awkward, like you might fall out of the chair, take your feet wider. As you inhale, circle around to the right, coming all the way forward to the cow. And as you exhale, take it back to the cat. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. Shoulders are down from your ears. If the shoulders want to play, though, they can roll around a bit. One more circle in this direction. pausing at the back and changing to your other way. Inhaling around forward and exhaling back. In shapes and movements like this, don't think about it too much. Just feel it and breathe it. And when you are back the next time, pause, then upright with the spine, arms to the sky, and exhale. Nice. We're going to do a chair variation of Warrior Two. Come as far forward on the front of your chair as you comfortably can. Your right leg is going to walk out, knee over heel, and your left leg will be straight and going out. The toe can point skyward, or you could turn it in a little bit. Float your arms. Look to your right fingers. Now we're just going to glide the torso, starting off with the side waist the same length. Exhale and lean out to your right. And inhale, come back up a little bit to the left. And on your own, float with this. Keep the belly taut so it's doing the work rather than the low back. Arms are horizontal or a little lower if that's better for the shoulders. One more out to the right, come back through center to a side angle lunge variation. The right arm bends, palm to the sky, and either the back of the hand or maybe the forearm is on your thigh. The left arm anywhere between here and here. And as the torso leans out to the right, the arm can hang with the ear or stay wherever it wants. You want to feel a stretch from your armpit all the way down to the ankle. Shrug the shoulders if you feel like they're in your ears. And the gaze can be forward, or you can breathe with an up and down of the head. Make sure your right shoulder is not up in your ear, but it's relaxed downward. Pause here. Lower your sky arm. Use your belly to come all the way up. And exhale, pull the legs back together and dance them out a little bit. A little bit of a twist. Upright. Walk your feet over to your left. Let your left hand be on your right thigh. Right hand is holding on to something. Sit tall. Twist to your right. And as you do so, the front hand is assisting to deepen the twist. The back hand is keeping you upright. And let your gaze turn to the right as far as it comfortably will. Feel the chest expanding with the breath. Option to add turning the neck if you want. When you inhale, you would look over your left shoulder. And when you exhale, go right, or just keep the head there for 3 more breaths. Completing that breath cycle, soften everything back to center. Again, shake things out. This becomes the Warrior Two second side. So this time the left leg is stepping out. The right leg is extending. And really do try to have the knee over the heel as opposed to falling in. If it just won't cooperate, then creep the left foot in more. Big arms. Equal length on your sides. Lean out to your left. With the gaze over toward the left fingers. Come back through center and glide right. Exhaling. The gaze can be forward if that makes better sense for you, or it can be out toward the fingertips. One more time. Back through center. The left arm comes to the left thigh. Begin to lean left, and the right arm finds wherever the shoulder wants it to be. This is the only big thing here is you don't want to collapse into your shoulder. So lift your chest and press the forearm down. Ins and outs with the breath, gaze forward or turning. Come to stillness if the head is moving. Take the right arm down, tighten the belly, come all the way up, collect everything towards center. Shake it out. Walk your feet over to the right. You have to do that. You have to do little tiny steps and then come over. Big breath. Exhale. Right arm braces on the left leg. Sit tall, twist left. So you're squeezing the belly muscles, opening the upper chest muscles, and listening to the neck, still or floating with the breath. Nice. And then slow down the neck, creep it back in. One more time to shake things out. We're still fairly forward on the chair. Let your hands hold on to something, side of chair, armrests. Tighten the belly and let the action come from there as you lift and lower your right leg. Try not to have any tension in the arms or shoulders. Place the right foot down and pause. Left leg, tighten the belly. Let the work come from there. Inhaling and exhaling. And then come back to stillness. Straighten out the legs. Open the hip flexors a little bit. We'll do a little more of this. Take your feet about hip distance. Lift your right thigh and circle. Keep this strong. If you feel like your low back is lifting the leg, please pause, regroup, and continue on. Change direction. You can stop at the bottom or let it kind of float. Place that foot down, shake it out. Left leg, circle it about. Are you breathing? Is it even and with the movement? Change direction. And slow down. Take your right leg out, perching on the heel. Strengthen the core, lift and lower. And this is completely up to you. If you want to go a little higher, that's fine. But if you're thinking of stability in the hips, nothing is moving here, that's what you want. The foot does not have to be flexed. It could be a soft ankle or pointed. Lower, pull it in, tap out the hips. Left leg, shoulders back, tall, strong core. Inhale and exhale. So you might get a little bit more calf and foot stretch if you flex the foot. You might have a little bit more mobility if you let it relax. Nice, and then let that foot come down. Do whatever you need with your hips, your legs, your torso to kind of shake this out. One more thing, two more things. Let your left leg creep out some and pull your right thigh into your chest. If holding the shin is not your thing, hold the back of the thigh. Replace the right foot, pull in the left. So shin or thigh. If holding the shin causes the whole body to round in, creep the hands back. And two more seated poses. Number 4, if you have any knee or hip issues, then I'm going to suggest just crossing your right ankle in front of the left, or perhaps a little higher. If everything's working well on the right side, you can take this leg up. If you flex the foot more, it'll be happier for the inner knee. And as you are doing this, you're sitting up as tall as you can. Hold on to anything you need, but the thought being the right thigh is rolling out and you're stretching in your right hip. If there's a lean forward available, try that, but don't collapse yourself onto yourself. It's an upright spine, tipping forward. The head is loose. And you're breathing. Focus the breath into the upper back. And as you exhale, soften your chest back. Sometimes picking it up and undoing it is the happier way to come out. Shake out the legs. Going to your second side, you may have a completely different knee hip thing going today. So perhaps it was up the first time and it's down here the second time. Either way, you're still focusing on the thigh rolling out and the hip stretching. So you are finding your spot. It doesn't have to be a big sensation, but rather purposeful and happy. Nice. Inhale, come all the way up. Remove the leg. Shake things out. Now, here's one you can choose to stay in your chair or come to standing, or you might go back and forth, so don't let your chair be too far away from you. By coming up to standing, having the chair sometimes as a prop and sometimes to help with balance. I'm sure you can see most of me. Find mountain pose. That will be with your feet hip distance apart. And again, the hips are where your hip bones are. So it doesn't matter the size of the body, it's that alignment so the bones are stacked. Externally rotate your arms, palms facing forward. The thighs come in, the belly comes in, the heart is in. And you're in perfect alignment. We're going to move on to Utkatasana, which is chair pose. And in this pose, you're still in a nice upper body alignment, but the knees bend and the hips go back as if you were going to sit in a chair. In this, you can have your hands for balance. You can have your hands in prayer. You can have them by their sides. You can have them forward, whichever works better. But the focus is strong belly, folding here, weight in the heels. And then come all the way back up. Take a breath, lift your arms over your head. And exhale, we'll do it again. We'll do it a total of 3 times. Sitting back, and you're choosing bar stool, desk chair, really low chair, whatever works best, but breathing into your hips, spine neutral, weight in the heels, and arms are in any position that you like. Come up again. Big breath, arms up. So this is the beauty of this recording. If you don't want to do a third one, You don't have to, and I will never know. Come into a chair. One more time. Soften the face. And next breath takes you all the way in and up. Lower your hands. We're going to do it again, adding a little bit of a prayer twist. So into your Utkatasana, facing the chair or touching it, hands to prayer. If you want to keep one hand there, that's fine. You're going to twist to your right. Come back through center. Inhale, take it all the way up. And exhale down. And one more time, this time twisting to the left. Take it back through center, all the way up. Nice. Now, using your chair, put your hands on the back of the chair and walk your feet back. Straight-ish legs. They don't have to be completely. Folding at your hip hinge. And the heart's higher than the hips. We're going to do some cats and cows here. Do soften the knees for the first few. So you're going to come into cow and cat. Same as we did when seated. Cow and cap. And you might be able to feel what's going on here a little bit better standing. You are tipping your hips upside down. Hip pointers aim that way and coming back up. If you want to experiment with straight legs, getting a little more into the hamstrings, do that. Nice. And then soften the knees. Let the arms go and slowly roll up to standing and shake everything out. Coming into a lunge. Now let me show you, if you were in a chair, you could do this lunge. You would take one foot forward and the other one off to the side and back, curling the toes under. If you're standing, you'll take your left foot forward and your right foot back. Knee over heel. Notice I have my toes aiming forward. You could turn them out to the side if you want to. If you do that, then just hop your right foot a little bit more to the right so you can square yourself a little more toward the chair. It can also be done with one hand on the chair. Float your right arm up. So you have the right leg back and the right arm up, and then sweep it back down. Float it up. Take it back. One more time. Now we're going to add the front leg straightening. So as you inhale, straighten your front leg. And as you exhale, bend it. Inhale. Exhale. Now pausing here, hands to the chair, the back heel, lift it and press it back down. It can be a very small lift. The front knee has some bend. The higher you go with the back heel, the more it'll straighten out a bit, but never to fully straight. And if you're feeling really frisky, your right arm can come in with this. So you're choosing what makes you happiest. Stepping the feet together and shake things out. Loosen the ankles, loosen the hips. And we'll go to the second side. So your right foot is forward, your left is back. Again, toes can be aiming forward or a little bit out to the side. Pausing here, adding your left arm. Take it up and take it down. If you're in your chair, You're just letting this back leg angle back a little bit. Now we're going to straighten the front leg. Inhale and exhale. If you're in your chair, you'll just continue on with your front leg bent. Pausing here. Now, so we're going to lift the back heel. Inhale and exhale. Add the left arm if you'd like. One more time. Nice. And then step the feet together. Shake it out, rolling on your toes, letting the arms flop around a bit. Working a little bit to stretch the hamstring. So I would have you take your left foot forward, keeping that leg straight. The right leg, the toes are turned out, and you're going to bend the knee a little bit, aiming your knee toward the middle toes, possibly holding the chair. Peel your left toes up, just enough to feel a stretch in the arch, the calf, and the hamstrings. If more for you on this day is better, you could creep the foot a little farther or fold a little more deeply, but it is a straight back, not a rounding. And you're being very mindful that your right knee is happy with this. Tap the toes, lower the left toes and peel them up. Engage your core. If this is getting fatigued, come up and just tap the toes. Nice. And then do come all the way up, step your feet together, and come to the second side. Didn't show you the demo on sitting in a chair, but if you're in the chair, you can fold forward over a straight leg. Either way, it's your right foot out front. The left leg has a bend. Tipping and lifting. Nice. Take it down, peel it all the way up. Step your feet together, shake it out. Playing with balance a bit. I'm going to give you the chair and the standing version. So for the chair, it'll be marching. And as you're doing this, you can certainly circle the legs. If you're standing, it's nice to have the chair there just in case you need it. You're going to just lift and lift. But every time you get your foot down, get it down. There's a breath with it. Inhale and exhale. So don't think of this so much as a cardio thing. You're trying to go really fast. It's controlled. Inhale and down. And here's a really good time to play with the balance by lifting the fingertips. Letting the full foot plug into the mat. One or two more. And then pause, shake out. Now we're going to add in just a little bit. Choosing a leg, lift, pull the heel back, lift and back. Trying not to do cats and cows with this, but rather just isolate the movement of the leg. So the heel is not going to come all the way up. And some circles. and change direction with the circles. In the chair, you'd be a little off to the side. Slowing this down, changing sides. Lifting and pulling the heel back. We're doing it standing. Circles. And change direction. And coming to stop. Shaking it out. We have one more standing pose, and that's going to be tree pose. It is both a balance pose and a hip opener. On a given day, you might choose to focus on balance. On a given day, the hip opener. But, and we start with the chair. Well, ultimately, tree is this. The weight is equal. Hand on the chair. You're going to turn the right thigh out and connect the heel to the ankle, and the ball of the foot is on the floor. This hip wants to go out here. Pull it back. So there's a connection of all of your core muscles. There's the hip opener. To begin playing with balance, the toes can come up. They can come up and down. Or the foot can come to the inner calf, just below the knee or above the knee. But don't put your heel directly on your knee joint. That's a recipe for trouble. So if you're playing balance and hip opening, then offer yourself a challenge. You just want hip opening, keep the foot down. And the hands can be from prayer to here to out, wherever makes sense, including resting on your chair. So for the next 3-ish breaths, find your tree, focusing on belly, strong hip, and smiling. After your 3, close, put it down, shake it out. You can just turn around to the other side of the chair if you were using it. Your seated version would be straight leg and taking this one out. So here you are on your second side, which is going to behave differently from the first side. Don't let this hip bully. Pull it in. Connecting, finding your breath, your focus, your arm position that makes you happy, and then find where your tree is on this side on this day. Two more breaths. And then release your feet to the floor, take your time. This is our last standing bit, so shake out as you'd like from your toes to the top of the head. Coming back to your chair. A little more twisting. So if you would either cross your right ankle over your left or your right thigh over your left. Both sit bones are down. Either way, the left hand is coming to assist. The right arm goes up. You start turning from your navel to your heart to your gaze, and then let the right hand fall to wherever it will. And visualize the breath traveling in through the tailbone all the way up the spine to the base of the skull and coming back down. One more full breath, and as you exhale, untwist everything. Keep your legs as they are and turn the opposite direction for one breath. Return to center, undo, Change. So now the left is in front of the ankle or on the thigh. Sit tall, right hand here, left arm comes up, and you're going to twist all the way to the left. Pause, find your place. Sit bones equal, spine long, neck long, shoulders down, breathe. One more breath. And as you exhale, come forward with the face and the torso, but keep the legs. Return, center, shake things out. Still perched on your sit bones, a little bit more with the arms, and this is absolutely going to be determined by you. Take your right arm up, pat yourself on the head, and visualize the middle finger of your right hand creeping towards your spine. So you're going to feel a stretch in the tricep, but respect your shoulders. If it's out here, it's out here. And the second arm, palm out, comes to the back. So it's facing outward. Top hand is patting on the back, bottom hand is waving. And again, the visualization is that your middle fingers are creeping toward one another, toward the spine. Press your head into your upper arm. Truly, some of you may be enjoying this. That's fine. Relax the arms, shake them out. Going to the second side. The left arm comes up, patting yourself, finding where the range is. The second arm facing outward. Say the face is soft, the shoulders are relaxed, the belly is strongly pulling in. And release. We're settling down to just come into some nice, easy breathing. So I'd like for you to shrug things out, scoot your hips back enough so that you can easily lean into your chair, but not round into it. Hands to the thighs, or stacking your palms, or if you have armrests and it feels comfortable there, just somewhere so your shoulders can relax. Jut your head a little bit forward and back until you get the sense that it is perched on your spine. Loosen the muscles of the face. So you're going to soften your forehead, release your jaw. The eyes can be closed or softly focused. Let your shoulders roll a few times to go down. Place your feet at a space so that the thighs can relax. You're not holding everything in. Take a full breath in through the nose and let it out. I invite you to create a mantra for the next few breaths, something positive you would like. I am calm, I am still, I am content, I am happy. Whatever it is that you are feeling in a positive way or would like to feel in a positive way. So as your breath cycles go, you will inhale, silently say, I am. And with the exhale, whatever it is you would like to have or have. And continue on with that for your next 6 breaths. When you've completed those breaths, please open your eyes. Take a big breath in, sigh it out. And I thank you for joining me for this class. I hope it serves you in some fashion, and have a happy rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that great session, Christy. I know I always feel better when I get a little yoga in, and especially in the middle of the day like this, it's a great time to do that. So thank you so much. Thank you again to Vanessa and to Blue Cross Blue Shield for your support throughout the challenge and throughout the year. Thank you to everyone who's joined us for the challenge this year. I hope that you've had a great time, and I hope that you'll join us again next year when we will do it all over again. Have a great year.